Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episodes 13 and 14. So we had two really fun, kind of crazy episodes, the last two episodes, with some Christmas spirit and also some developments with Alex, Sheldon's assistant. So who knows? I could see more drama happening with her character. Is she going to be back for more storylines, or is that the last we're going to see of her for a bit? I have no idea. Also, are we going to get Raj a girlfriend anytime soon? Could this happen this season? Possibly. I mean, they did readdress it in the last episode, so maybe we're going to see some developments, or maybe they'll save it for towards the end of this season, or maybe nothing will happen. I don't know. But as always, you want to watch along the full unedited reaction that, of course, is on Patreon. It's the best way to support the channel. It's also where you can check out future reactions of the show if you don't want to wait, along with all the other reactions that I do in case you haven't seen any of my movie reactions, my friends' reactions, my Buffy reactions, my Angel reactions, so many different reactions to choose from. All that on Patreon. The link is in the description down below. Let's just get right into it. The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episodes 13 and 14.
Hey, will you steam my uniform next?
Yeah, well, interesting.
What are they getting ready for?
Sheldon, we don't need a steamer.
Oh, dang.
That rumpled chicken's come home to roost.
Sheldon will never forget.
Got more makeup than I do.
What is that even for?
Better makeup than I do. Yeah, I'm borrowing this.
This is my Comic-Con makeup.
Oh, that's why.
There are some things a man doesn't share with his girlfriend.
Including his makeup. Don't you know this, Penny? 101.
I once borrowed my sister's makeup. Terrible case of pink eye. I was going as a zombie. I won second place.
Okay, well, silver lining.
I just went to Comic-Con.
San Diego Comic-Con, this is Bakersfield.
Is that better?
It's more about the comic book, as conventions used to be before they went all Hollywood.
Answer your question? No, it's not better.
Then why are you going?
Pizza or particle accelerators, even the stinky ones, still pretty good.
How could you stay away? That's the better question.
Hold this
This is to prove to everyone at Comic-Con you have a girlfriend?
to show people when they don't believe me.
It's too common in that environment. I need evidence. Okay, I hope they actually go to Comic-Con, though. That could be that could be crazy, right?
You have booze with breakfast on a Tuesday, you got a problem. You do it on the weekend, you got brunch.
Well, because you don't work.
Doesn't believe in brunch. Can't stand being at a table where one person's having an omelet and another person's having a sandwich.
It's not exhausting at all.
Leonard says they're on the road and headed for Bakersfield at warp speed. Maybe it's the mimosa, but I'm gonna give the kid an LOL.
You understood it, more importantly.
Howard's sewing his costume all week for the convention.
When did Howard learn to sew?
Every couple months, he would have to let his mom's pants out.
I don't even understand why they go to these conventions.
For fun.
They're all super smart. How can they still be into something made for 12-year-olds?
I think Howie's just in touch with his inner child. He comes to bed in his Batman pajamas. Sometimes I'm touching his inner child.
Oh my gosh, don't think of it like that, jeez.
In a world where you can't fight back, superheroes provide meaningful wish fulfillment.
Now I feel bad for picking on all those kids.
You were the bully, Penny.
I've never even read a comic book. Maybe we should try reading some.
This could be interesting.
That is an
Stuart
amazing
needs the
idea.
business.
Okay, how many of these have I had?
The right amount.
I think you should turn on the GPS. The turn-by-turn voice option isn't on. I'd feel more safe. I love the turn-by-turn voice option.
We need it.
Bear left and continue
Oh my
on
gosh.
Interstate 210.
They should make a real GPS like this.
Here's an interesting fact about interstates.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Interstates are numbered as follows. Numbered routes run east and west.
Sheldon, you're reacting to your own knowledge.
Look, Leonard, there's a bridge. Drive off it.
We're not that far from Vasquez Rock.
Well, they shot a lot of Star Trek episodes out there.
Costumes in the trunk. Go there and have a little photo shoot.
Great idea.
Little detour.
Do you know how to get there?
No.
Someone in the car does.
Recalculated. The answer coming up in 14 miles.
They have
None
to
of you
wait
will get
for
it.
it?
It's Eisenhower.
Okay, Sheldon couldn't help himself. Too excited. Had to share. Alright, make sure you buy something. Stuart needs the business. Oh my gosh. 3 unicorns at once.
Who cares? Just soak it in. Hello, boys.
They're just girls. It's nothing you haven't seen in movies or in drawings.
Looking for a recommendation about comic books.
You don't open a store and sell them.
We were just wondering why the guys like this stuff so much, so we thought we'd give it a try.
What would you recommend as the first comic book?
Graphic novels, manga, I swear I will turn a hose on you.
Who's the best superhero?
Yeah, careful.
Trying
Yeah.
to start a rumble?
There's gonna be all-out war.
Superman, Spider-Man, Captain America. Your Batman, your Wolverine, Punisher.
Ooh, I do love a bad boy.
As evidenced by your boyfriend and his fear of hamsters.
There's a difference between fantasy and reality.
Thor, he's hot.
Oh, dang. That is pretty good makeup, right?
I know Mr. Data isn't supposed to smile. Here it comes.
Come on, guys, let's do this.
This will make for a good photo. They went all out with their costumes here.
Begin with a classic Star Trek fight scene.
I'll set the timer.
A philosophical fight scene.
How is that a fight pose?
Mr. Data's weapon is his mind. I'm wielding it.
Yeah, come on, look at that. That's
Pieces on the
great.
bog.
Just gonna be Sheldon in every photo? Come on.
Now let's do some sexy glamour shots.
This could be the best one. Who else is here?
Oh my god, Leonard, someone's stealing your car.
Wait, seriously?
Hey, come back here.
Are you kidding me? Who?
Against the law.
Use your mind. That was your weapon.
Well, I'll call 911. What?
You don't have your phone?
My phone is in my other pants.
Mine too.
Oh, shoot.
The only thing left to do now is assign blame. Nice going.
Dang, that sucks. Who was there to steal their car? I thought they were like in the middle of nowhere.
If a person steals another person's car in broad daylight.
What kind of a person leaves his keys in the car?
We agreed this was all Kuthra fault.
Right. Nice going. Car?
I mean, they would be unique hitchhikers.
Maybe we're better off. What if we were to get in a car with a crazy person?
We're the crazy people.
But harmless crazy. There's crazy out there.
Start walking. There's got to be a gas station or something nearby.
Because you're wearing captain's uniform, you're in charge?
Yes.
All right.
Plus, do you have a better alternative plan? What are they gonna think? They're gonna be bored, right?
So what'd you guys think?
What's the word I'm looking for?
Not your thing.
Stupid? So stupid. What a waste of time.
I know, a hammer's so heavy that no one else can pick it up.
Yeah, I think it's some sort of magic so only Thor can lift it.
In less sense, I mean,
No.
Oh, here we go. They gotta get to it.
Thor is a god. The hammer is his. Only he can use it.
He's worthy.
what if Thor's hand is on the hammer? Touching it with his god magic, does that mean I could lift it?
No.
No.
Yes.
I'm with Bernadette here. No. But I haven't read the comics, so.
Maybe we missed something.
Let's read it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought we were reading.
We're just giving you a head start.
Oh, gosh.
If my mom was here, we'd all hang out in her shadow.
Feel like I've got poached testicles.
Sweating. That's so much worse than having your car stolen.
It's just gonna buy you a new car. It's not gonna defunk my junk.
We're Starfleet officers and a member of the Borg Collective.
Get into character.
At this moment, we are a Star Trek landing party. As long as we have those things, nothing can stop us.
Oh, shoot.
I hate this planet.
I wouldn't do that, though. It's so mean, you know? Can you imagine, like, throwing something at random people out your window?
If he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Who decides who's worthy? Does the hammer decide?
Yes.
I actually don't know this. The hammer, right?
It's a hammer.
You said
It's a magic. Yeah, it's magic hammer.
If Harry Potter's wand can make decisions, why can't Thor's hammer?
Good point.
Comparing wands and hammers? Can't even take you seriously.
They're starting to get it, though. Come on. They get stared at in a very different way than the girls when they walk into a comic book store.
4 glasses of water, please. Anything for you guys?
Can't pick something up in outer space.
Then how does the sun come up every day?
Hard to argue with those kind of street smarts.
Oh, gosh.
Leonard and Sheldon have boxes of comics across the hall. Why don't we go look at those?
Could pick up the hammer because it would be floating around in a weightless environment. slow reader use science. Suck on that.
I actually don't know. Can you pick up Thor's hammer in space?
Our wallets, phones.
This thief could look like anyone right now.
I think I have all I need here. You guys need me to call someone? Guessing your mom's.
Was that necessary, officer? They just had their car stolen.
We've got it covered.
Okay, I just talked to my mom.
That was amazing timing, Howard.
Strangers who think we're idiots. I'm starting to feel like one.
Oh.
I want to go home now.
Did we at least rent the car from Enterprise? Screw you, that's funny.
They're not in the mood. Tough crowd right now, Raj.
Well, what if the Hulk picked up Thor while Thor is holding the hammer? Hulk picked up the hammer.
If I go to a bar and pick up a guy and he picks up a girl, or did I pick up the girl?
No.
Did that ever happen?
We talking about me or we talking about Thor?
Pleading the fifth.
Well, I say that's the last time we ever go outside.
Ever. Ever, ever, ever.
Red Hulk is picking up Thor's hammer because Thor's touching it.
He's really just touching the strap.
The strap is part of...
You guys really did leave to a different world. You're in a different universe, actually.
No, that can't be right.
Thor's hammer is a new color of nail polish.
How could Red Hulk be worthy? You don't know his life.
Somewhere in the desert, we cross into an alternate dimension.
Yeah. I'm with Sheldon on
Women
this.
in our lives can finally appreciate great literature.
Or you guys passed out in the desert and this is all a dream.
I say we investigate.
Fun fact. President Eisenhower
I didn't think about this.
Highway Act from his hospital room.
That is interesting. We learn something new every day.
This stealing cars really paid off.
Another quiz?
They could be cool robbers. You can tell.
Food's getting cold.
I'm suckling at the informative bosom of Mother Physics.
Or you're just busy.
I found this website. Send them pictures and make an action figure out of you. How awesome is that?
Your own personalized toy.
You can get a little asthma inhaler.
Think about all the action figures we've bought over the years. Cool to have ones that look like us, don't you think?
She read comic books. Don't get carried away.
Want an action figure that looks just like you?
Would it come with Kung Fu grip?
No.
Don't waste my time.
Wait, what?
Honey, if you want one, just get one.
You're still out, right?
Yep.
Good call. Good call. Where would Petty allow Leonard to put that action figure? Can you actually get that, though, for real? A personalized action figure?
Falls over the crowd as Cooper studies the board.
There's definitely a crowd waiting in anticipation.
He solves the equation. The crowd goes wild. No, Bell. No.
Oh, dang, it's been a while, Kripke. It's been a while. Where have you
Don't look
been,
at my
dude?
board. That's a drawing of a really cool train.
Not bad.
You're working on a grant proposal for a new fusion reactor. I'm working on a grant proposal for a new fusion reactor.
You guys gotta work together?
They're making us work together.
Oh, even better.
I am one of the great minds of our generation. So rarefied, you couldn't even imagine it. I said stop looking at my cool train.
Kind of a strange place to put a picture of you and Bernadette.
Love my wife. Forgot to turn off the laser.
Oh, shoot. Well, two birds, one picture.
It's the best $500 I've ever spent.
On action figures? How can you afford that?
That is so much.
Bernadette has a great job. My wife came with both fun bags and money bags.
That's true. They do have money, especially Raj.
An exact scale model of me.
What?
I'm not dark chocolate. I'm melt in your mouth caramel.
They gave you guys the wrong ones. Oh, really? That's supposed to be you guys? Wow.
This sucks.
I can't believe I wasted all that money.
I know.
You make me sit through all the credits.
Sometimes there's a secret ending, like in the Avengers.
I think that's gonna happen in a documentary about the Holocaust.
Oh my gosh. An after credits for something that serious?
What is that?
Sheldon's I'm unhappy and about to destroy the planet music.
Please, go full Sith Lord. Oh, you should be having a darker towel, Sheldon.
I'm gonna make you some tea.
Now, tea is for when I'm upset. I'm not upset. University's forcing me to work with Kripke.
Coco?
Yes, Coco. Idea what it's like to be paired with someone annoying.
Oh, teacher, me!
You set yourself up for that.
What beverage do you make for that?
Hot apple cider with cinnamon sticks?
Yes, I'll have a cider with cinnamon sticks!
We were supposed to be in my office a half an hour.
Oh, okay.
And yet now you're in my office.
Little power play.
We agreed to exchange copies of our work. Let me see yours.
Why don't you show me yours first?
We exchanged at the same time.
How do I know you're not going to take my ideas and publish them as your own?
You don't.
How do I know you're not going to do that with mine?
Not interested in getting published in Mad Magazine.
This is blank paper.
Still more valuable than whatever's in here.
If this one's blank too, I'm going to be furious.
Fine.
Be a waste of money if we don't play with them.
It's a
He's
lot
right,
of money
dog.
to play with toys, man.
There is a way we can get action figures to look exactly like us.
Oh, yeah, how's that?
3D printer. But maybe it's 3 words. No. 1 word and maybe a hyphen. 3D printer. Anything you can design, a 3D printer can make out of plastic.
They're so expensive.
How much are they?
You worked hard to find a woman who makes a lot of money.
Prices have been coming down.
They're practically giving them away.
This is how people justify wasting money all the time.
You've been awfully quiet tonight. Is everything okay?
No.
Did you exchange your research with Kripke?
Yes.
Sheldon, what's going on?
Was his research actually good?
Read his research.
It was good, wasn't it?
It's leaps and bounds ahead of mine.
Oh, dang. Wow.
The mommy of the smartest physicist at the university is not my mommy as I had thought. It's his mommy.
Oh, Sheldon. You underestimated the enemy.
You a consoling hug?
What do we have to lose?
Soft kitty.
How's that?
I feel like I'm being strangled by a boa constrictor. Why'd you stop?
Oh, okay. A good boa constrictor.
Sheldon, we're gonna be late.
Can't go in today, I'm sick.
128.
See?
Time to call his mom.
Einstein, he got stuck on the unified field theory for decades.
His great breakthroughs happened when no one knew anything, so everything was a great breakthrough.
Knowledge was more scarce back then.
Get in the car and let's go to work.
What a grouch.
How did I do that? I gotta remember how I did that.
No coddling. That's the secret with Sheldon.
Owning a 3D printer, we are reclaiming the manufacturing process. Jobs back from sweatshops in China.
Is that what you're doing?
I think this thing was made in China.
What can you do?
Just enjoy it.
Sounds just like store-bought.
How advanced of a design can you make with a 3D printer?
Scan you into the computer for your action figure.
Oh, I wish I was in better shape.
And I'll give you a 6-pack with the computer. All right, you can suck it in a little bit.
Your work is really not at a level I expected it.
The truth.
Go ahead and mock me. Just use small words so I understand.
Oh, Sheldon is so crushed.
We both know what your problem is. You have a girlfriend. My work would suffer too if I was getting weighed all the time.
Oh, is this gonna lead Sheldon to want to break up with Amy, though?
You know, my work is suffering because of all the lead I'm getting. What can I say? You know, she enjoys my genitals.
Oh my gosh. Whatever you can say, don't say that.
You need to buckle down and focus.
When I'm with Amy and our bathing suit area is mushed together. Is it boy howdy? Is it magic?
Better be careful, it's gonna be another HR episode. Actually, not with Kripke. But Kripke is kind of being cool.
Say hello to my little friend.
I mean, it's better than the one they bought, for goodness sake.
Pretty expensive?
Bought a used 3D printer.
Which was expensive.
$5,000.
Yes, that'll be my
you
my
out of your
reaction
mind?
too.
For as many dolls as we want.
The possibilities are limitless.
Any point did it dawn on you to talk to me about spending this kind of money?
Right now.
Dawning on me now.
A little late. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
We make plenty of money.
I make plenty of money. You make peanuts.
I mean, they're married though, so their finances are shared.
When you get sick, I take care of you. Make a bunch of money, I get to buy stuff.
But sharing your finances also means that you should discuss before you make a big purchase.
You could print out a working set of lady parts and sleep with those. Oh my God! Thinking about it.
Do you know your husband? Of course, that's where his mind is gonna go.
Ripke asks, tell him my coitus with Amy.
Oh my gosh.
Intense and whimsically inventive.
Don't say this to Amy or she's gonna get her hopes up.
That is what I write on the bathroom walls. For a whimsically inventive time, call Leonard Hofstadter. Can I ask you a question? You ever gonna sleep with Amy?
That's what the whole audience is wondering.
Don't ask Sheldon things like that.
Maybe you don't. I do. What's the deal?
Word around the university is I'm giving her sex organs a proper jostling.
Dodging the question.
I have been uncomfortable with the sort of physical contact.
That's true.
But I'm working on
Are
it.
you saying someday you and Amy might get physical?
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
Just him admitting that is something, though. I mean, come on, Penny would make a great reactor. That's a thumbnail expression right there.
Really glad we could have this conversation.
But that is, I mean, Sheldon took the question very seriously and answered it in a way he would never have done so in like the first season.
Up your half of the 3D printer?
Can you please make that out to Bernadette? Taken off the joint account until I learn the value of money.
Aren't you gonna eat lunch?
Blew my food allowance on Pokemon cards.
Hobbies over food.
Asian balance is certainly not elegant.
You get any last night? Give it to her good, huh?
I gave it to her well.
Was she naked or was she wearing lingerie?
I mean, get your own girlfriend, dude. Don't ask questions like that.
Can we get back to work?
Sure. You guys ever use any toys?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're never going to get any work done.
I do have a model rocket next to my bed.
You're a freak! I love it!
There are going to be rumors about Sheldon, man, after that. All right, so that's The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episodes 13 and 14. Both of those episodes were a ton of fun. I mean, Episode 13, we had the crew dressed up in their Star Trek uniforms heading to Comic-Con. And I was actually looking forward to seeing them go to Comic-Con, but I do understand for practicality reasons why that would be difficult to film. But instead, we take a detour for a photo shoot that results in them losing their car, which was an unexpected thing to happen. I mean, right? Am I wrong in like looking at that area? I mean, look, people pull off to the side of the road and maybe those thieves just saw like an easy opportunity and were like, okay, this car is right here, we're gonna take it. But I didn't expect them to lose their car in that moment and then be forced to try to hitchhike their way through. And then it kind of brought up a theme that we've seen in some previous seasons of, you know, after that one dude who, by the way, what a jerk. Who, first of all, who just throws trash outside of their car? Who throws stuff at anyone, especially as an adult? But on top of that, to just like throw your drink at a complete stranger because they're wearing some sort of costume. I mean, what? That's a special brand of loser to just have that, to need to lash out at the world like that. But it did kind of bring up something that we've seen before, where in that moment, you could see when they're all sitting at the diner that they're kind of self-conscious and a little bit embarrassed about their interests and their hobbies. And look, I get that it's very nerdy to dress up in costumes and do that for your photo shoot, but at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your interests. You know, who cares what anyone thinks? If people think it's childish, you're not hurting anybody, you know what I mean? That's not something I do personally with my time, but I think it's great. Go do your thing. You're passionate about it. You have fun. You're able to hang out with your friends. That's what life is about, at least the fun parts of life. But at the same time, I think it's easier said than done. It is, especially if you've been bullied in your life and you've had people look down on you for your interests or just think of you as a nerd in a very negative light. I think it is true that it's easy to kind of feel self-conscious and feel the furthest from the heroes that you want to emulate in shows and comic books and films when you're slapped in the face by the unpleasantness and the bland cruelty of a real life moment like that. But thankfully they were able to rally at the end and kind of embrace and have fun with their imagination and just enjoy, you know, even though they didn't make it to Comic-Con, they did have fun, you know, going in at the end. And I actually think the B storyline, you know, what they went in to find with the girls was just as interesting, if not better. But we have Penny, Bernadette, and Amy actually deciding that they're gonna open the world of comic comic books and try to understand the men in their lives a little bit better. And that was just, the progression of that was really, really interesting. I mean, just the whole experience of them going in the comic book store, everyone staring at them. Thankfully, Stewart is there to kind of get the other guys to just go back and mind their own business, but more importantly, to kind of guide them into the world, dip their toes into the waters of the comic book universe. I mean, I feel like it's got to be the equivalent of like guys going into a makeup store and like learning something about makeup, something like that, right? Something that's just very foreign, that you don't fully understand, that your girlfriends are very interested in. And so just seeing them just kind of like explore this world and know so little about it was fun to begin with, but then it was even better how at first they're just like, oh, this is really stupid, but then they start getting into the debates and they start getting into the lore, like, okay, but what about this scenario? You know, they're just like the guys having fun and like debating back and forth. They can't really help themselves. And they brought up an interesting point about like how people could be interested in something like comic books. And I'm not a comic book reader. I mean, I like superhero movies and things like that. I definitely love fiction, and I don't, you know, I can understand the appeal of comic books, even though that's just not been my specific interest. I would be curious if I had more free time. Honestly, I think I would like to kind of read some comic books because I think they would be interesting, and I like things like the artwork and just different styles. But, you know, they had an interesting conversation about like, why are our boyfriends so interested in this stuff? And they're saying, oh, maybe because they were bullied and that was a way to escape when they were younger. And I think there's a lot of truth in that. I think fiction can be a wonderful escape, especially when you're younger. If your life, you know, isn't exactly easy, or you get bullied or just anything like that, I think that's one of the magical things about having a book or a movie, that you can get that kind of relief and enter this fantasy space where all those problems kind of fade away. But honestly, I think it's not really tied to your age if you think about it. I mean, maybe certain things are a little bit more traditionally with younger people, like playing with action figures or just, you know, certain things like that definitely can be, I guess, childish. But I don't think you ever fully age out of looking for some form of escape. So whether your particular interest is comic books, or it's, you know, more serious literature, or it's YouTube videos, or it's TV, or it's sports, I think almost everyone, to kind of get through the hardship of life and to just unwind and just escape the craziness that is our reality, most people need that form of escape, right? And as far as I'm concerned, as long as it's not self-destructive or harming others, you're better off than so many other activities, right? I mean, a lot of people turn to substance abuse or unhealthy food to kind of cope and escape from the hardships of life. You know, dressing up as Star Trek characters or reading comic books, that's a much healthier escape than a lot of the alternatives, right? But I guess if anyone has an opinion about like certain things you should only be interested in as a child, and then at a certain point you should mature and put those things aside, that's not the way that I'm wired. I'm a little bit more open-minded. But if someone has a strong kind of logical argument for why you really need to put those childish things aside, and it's important to only occupy yourself with quote-unquote adult pastimes, I guess I would be interested just to hear someone's defense of that perspective. And then episode 14 was also a lot of fun. We have Sheldon paired up with Kripke, and you know, the plot twist of that episode was that Kripke, who Sheldon assumes he's just so superior to intellectually, and honestly I myself thought Sheldon was much smarter than Kripke, just kind of based on what we've seen of Kripke so far, but it turns out Kripke is pretty smart. And as we saw with the episode earlier a while back, where there's like a kid who was really smart, and Sheldon also felt like giving up on life, in a similar way with Kripke, you know, Sheldon just is thrown into this existential despair, like, heck, if I'm not smarter than this guy who I've felt superior to my whole life, what is life? What is the meaning of anything? But then in desperation, you know, Sheldon kind of goes along with the lie as the cover story that he's too busy with Amy to focus on his work. That's his excuse that he can get away with and still save face as far as Kripke's judgment is concerned. But I love how that led to Penny just straight up asking Sheldon what everyone watching the show has at least wondered once, and probably more than once. We're like, are they ever going to have a real physical relationship? And I really like how Sheldon answered that. Like, he genuinely seemed to consider it, and he was much more open to it than he ever has been before. You know, I think, and I imagine a lot of people are excited just like Penny, you know what I mean? I'm surprised, and I guess more than excited, I'm just kind of proud of Sheldon. You know, just like we see a character like Howard, And if we go back and just remember like season 1 Howard, how different is Howard now? I mean, he still has some of that base personality, of course, and, you know, some of that same sense of humor, but in a lot of substantial, meaningful ways, he's a very different person. And honestly, the same can be said of Sheldon. I mean, I feel like Sheldon, his mannerisms are more constant, you know, and the way, you know, his ego and just certain personality quirks and stubbornness, that really hasn't changed much, but it's still very meaningful. And it's also meaningful that he's self-aware of the change himself. I think that also would not be possible with the old season 1 Sheldon. But the fact that he's able to consider and be like, hey, maybe one day, to something that, like he even admitted years ago, that would be the furthest thing from his answer, to actually admit, you know, that might be on the table one day. So we'll see. I mean, that is some progress. I am proud of Sheldon and his growth. And I'm also proud of Penny. It's like sometimes you can't tiptoe around an issue. You just need to ask a direct question. But speaking of Howard and change, some things don't change, like impulse buys and bad judgment. But it brings up a topic that I actually spend way too much time. I watch, I don't know if anyone watches, there's a great YouTube series about finance. I'm such a finance nerd. This is what I do. Like if I'm editing or working on something, in the background, one of my favorite YouTube videos to watch is a YouTube video like Money for Couples, where basically this finance expert, Ramit, talks to a couple about their finances and like the psychology of money and what you should spend your money on. And it's just, I don't know why, that's just entertaining to me. And I'm just one of those boring people who likes to, you know, make smart financial decisions, and are we being efficient, and what's the best way to spend your money so that you and your partner can have the best happiness in your life and get on the same page, and just those types of ways to approach money. Anyways, if you're interested in stuff like that, I definitely recommend the series. It's very entertaining and just it's also educational. But we have a classic kind of case study with Howard and Bernadette. And look, I generally tend to be a frugal person, and spending $5,000 on a 3D printer is a ton of money. I mean, I don't know much about 3D printers, and I don't know if there's much practical value you can get from it. Like, can you get a financial return on that investment, or is that just a $5,000 indulgence? Which, if you're making a ton of money, I think that's totally okay. I guess my philosophy, which is not original to myself, I've just picked it up from the YouTube series that I told you about, and just from other finance YouTubers. Unfortunately, I wasn't taught anything about finance or money in school, but all of that is just stuff that I've learned on my own, and I'm just kind of a nerd about it. So I enjoy like listening to stuff like that in the background. This might be so boring to everyone watching right now. I should just cut most of this out. Anyways, Howard, spending $5,000, like, that's something I don't think I would ever do. But at the same time, I think if you budget properly, if you plan out your rich life, like what you want to spend your money on, what brings you the most meaning and happiness, and you kind of prioritize your budget and your spending, and you're being responsible, paying your bills, no credit card payments. Is anyone not asleep watching this right now? I'm boring myself. Just hearing myself say this out loud, I'm like, who would want to hear this finance talk? But I guess what I'm trying to say, it's okay to spend money if you're doing it in a disciplined, smart way. And also, very importantly, my opinion is, look, if you're married, your finances should be shared. I can't think of many reasons why they shouldn't be. They were kind of laughing at Howard when he was saying, like, yeah, you're the one who makes a ton of money, but now it's my money because we're married. I kind of think that's true. If you're married, like if I make a ton of money and I'm married to someone, it's our money. We're married. We're one unit. We're one team. I know not everyone agrees with that philosophy, but that's kind of the way that I see it. But, and this is extremely important, once you do join your finances as a couple, it is extremely important that you don't make big purchases without consulting with your partner, at least letting them know, because it's no longer just your decision. You guys are working together as one unit, making important decisions. So I guess I'm trying to say I totally understand, even though I agree with Howard's point that yes, they share their money because now they're married, you can't just go and buy something. You're not buying like an extra guacamole at Chipotle. You don't need to consult your partner every time you do that, but you're talking about dropping $5,000 on, unless I'm missing something, a purchase that's going to have very little, if any, return on the investment. I mean, that's something you want to discuss with your partner 100%. So, Oh, gosh. And even though you do share your finances, it's just the cherry on top to amplify the insult if you not only didn't consult with your partner before spending that much money, but on top of that, they are the one who earns more money. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you share your finances, but that just makes it an extra level of, like, inconsiderate, if that makes sense. But what was the point of that whole thing? I don't know. That was just me indulging my own interests in this after talk in a way that probably very few people would want to hear me talk about at all. But Money for Couples, you guys want to watch and learn about good financial decisions and also be entertained and see how other people spend their money, other real life couples, check out those YouTube videos. But I had a lot of fun with both those episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed these reactions. As always, you want to watch along the full unedited reactions. Those are of course on Patreon if you want to support the channel. Thank you so much to everyone who does. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.